Hello out there in YouTube land. Today what we're going to do, since our past videos we talked about how the videos are sponsored by San Sebastian Walking Tours, which happens to be my company. Today I'm going to give you an explanation of what San Sebastian Walking Tours is about and what we offer that's kind of different from other tour companies here in San Sebastian. So with that said, I'm going to explain how I'm a little bit different from other companies here. The first one is I consider myself a lot more traditional than most of the other companies out here. I've got tie into the area. I did marry into a local culinary family. So my wife's father retired from multiple culinary companies. So I did pick the right family to marry into, believe me. Remember, there's over 13 Michelin stars in the area. I have eaten at most of them. We will do reviews on those and little videos of those as we go along. But I've already eaten at most of those. I did have my wedding reception at one of those restaurants as well. So don't let the Alabama thing fool you. I know a lot of people get turned off by the fact that I'm from Alabama and I'm from America, but believe me, I know what's going on here. I was a visitor here just like you, so I do know what information a visitor needs. There's a lot of things that are passed that are not necessarily traditional, not necessarily important to a visitor that's here, and I do like to keep things a little more streamlined, I would say. Again, I've got a background in the military and I'm all about that. So what I offer that's different from other companies, and again, one thing you need to keep in mind is that some of these other companies that are operating tours in San Sebastian have zero tie-in to the area. A lot of those companies will come in and per se do a tour such as mine, which this has happened. The people come in, they do my tour. They do own other tour companies in other cities throughout Spain. They will then try to replicate my tour by coming in and hiring people to come in and basically do my tour. And they tell their employees, hey, this is what I remember from their tour, and they basically copy my tour and overcharge for it. Okay? So I do stay a little more traditional. I definitely have more tie into the area as I'm a local here. I've been living here for years. I've been a visitor here for the last 20 years. I've lived here for 8 years. So I definitely know the stuff. I live in the deep Basque Country. I don't even live in the city of San Sebastian. I live out in the hills. With the Basque, I will tell you this, just to give you an idea, out where I live, people do not speak Spanish. Okay, they speak Euskera, and again, if you come do the tour, you're going to understand all about that. But what I will tell you that if you're looking to do another person's tour as opposed to mine, if they don't tell you the difference between tapas and pinchos, if they tell you that pinchos are Basque tapas, then you automatically know they're wrong, okay? Because they are completely different. They're done for different things. They're done at different times. They're done for different reasons, and you pay differently for them. Okay, so that's the first clue right there. Second of all, there is the offering of a more traditional afternoon tour. Most locals here, and again, my father-in-law, my family, my friends, old school pincho stuff, the retirees, that's the locals. Okay, they're out here before lunch. Pinchos are done before lunch by these groups of people. The nighttime pincho thing that a lot of these companies push, and I do offer one as well for people that don't really have an understanding, that's a little less than traditional. You're going to be out there with all the other tourists. The streets are packed. It depends on what you want. I can give you that. I can show you the stuff, but I think it's better off if you do the more traditional pre-lunch pincho tour. That way you understand what's going on around you. And if that evening later on you want to go out and try some of the other bars that I pointed out to you, some of the more touristy bars, then you'll know how to do it. You'll know how to get in there. You'll know what to do, what to say. We also offer the possibility of doing a city and cultural tour. And I do I'm one of the few companies that does at this time have an office in the area. We will come into my office here, and as you see the screen behind me, I do a nice presentation and I cover the stuff that you need to know for this area. I don't go into a lot of minuscule detail unless you want it. I know the information, it's there, but most of the time, the stuff that's passed in a lot of tours is not really useful information. I definitely give you guys a big overview of what's going on in the city, what you're going to see, but I do that from the office here so that when you get out and start walking around, you don't have the question because you already know the answer before it comes up. There is a lot of history here. Again, I cover about 25,000 years of history. I start with cave paintings and I work my way all the way up to the more modern political stuff with the dictatorship, things like that. So definitely you get a lot of that information, and that is my city and cultural tour that I start at 10 o'clock. And the reason I do that at that particular time is because things are on a time schedule here. The markets are only open at a certain time. If you come in here in the afternoon and you want to go visit the markets, Too bad, there's nothing open, everything's closed, okay? So the traditional market time is between 9:30 and 2. And you've got to get in the markets between then, otherwise you're not going to see a thing. That's when the locals are out, that's when they're doing their thing. And again, that leads right into the food tour, which again, the locals are still out and they go do these pinchos. The retirees, the old folks that are here, the really cool, awesome folks that you'll see when you do my tour, I know them all. That's when they're out doing their thing. And that is the more traditional, more local style. One thing I'll tell you before you come here is that if you've heard of the bar before you come here, every other English speaker on the planet heard the same information, and that's where they go. That are the places that I try to steer away from. You're going to see plenty of other tour companies that are out giving tours in those same exact bars, and they're calling it a traditional tour, and you're out there with all the other tourists. Also, they're charging way more. We don't charge as much as the other people. I say you get a better tour. It's a lot more traditional tour, I would say, and it's more economically priced because I don't feel like overcharging people for something that you could basically go out and do yourself with the right information. Also, we've just developed an app, and you can go on there. It's called Pincho Crawl in the App Store and the Google Play Store, and you can come in and do a modified version of one of my tours on the app, and you'll kind of know where to go, what to get, how to eat it, and what drink to pair it with. And that's what I'm all about. I do a food and wine pairing on my Pincho tours. I don't just take you to the touristy places and say, this is your choices here, or have beer or whatever. These are things that are not traditional for this area. Each bar is known for one thing. And if you go into a Pincho tour with someone and they say, oh, you've got these choices, they're not doing a traditional Pincho tour. They're offering you various options, which you can get on your own. You don't need me to tell you how to get options. You need me to tell you where to go, what to get, how to eat it, and what drink to pair it with. So with all that information there, please check us out. Look at our tours, look at what we offer. Please try to book straight through our website if you can. A lot of the other third-party booking application, if you book through them, of course, they're going to take 20 to 30% of the income that comes in. And again, I'm trying to keep my prices as low as I can so that people really get a feel for this area and understand it. And when you book through one of those companies, I barely break even, okay? I don't want to overcharge, but if everybody starts booking through those, you have to charge a little bit more money. So try to book straight through people's websites. Try to stay with local tour companies. If you don't like mine, try another one that's local here. Don't pick one that's got tours in multiple cities around the country or multiple countries around the world. Those are not going to have that local tie-in that you really need to come in and really experience an area. And again, with my, I would say, pretty good English skills, I do speak Southern English, you can understand what I'm saying. And if you're paying money, you definitely want to understand what the person is telling you. So we're going to keep on doing videos. Please check back. Definitely, if you're going to be coming to San Sebastian, check out our videos. Like us, like our videos, give us the thumbs up there, leave some comments, tell us what you want to see, but look at the videos because you're going to get some information before you get here about Mount Igeldo and the island and the beaches and the restaurants and how you do pinchos and things like that. So please keep checking back, or even better, if you click that bell, it'll let you know when we posted a new video and you'll get it right off the bat. Okay, so thanks, enjoy. I look forward to seeing you guys on my tour. And as always, we're standing by for the Shimbo adventures. We're going to make the mistakes for you.